So, as you watch the events unfold in Minneapolis, one of the things that you might have seen the other day was a video of a far right neo Nazi attempting to have a rally in Minneapolis. And him and, 10 of his best friends apparently showed up um, and attempted to have a rally. And he was essentially chased out by counter protesters. And so there's the instant reaction, by the Make America Great authoritarians saying, look, they're suppressing free speech, and there's a lot of examples, of that. I mean, when you look at the fact that Charlie Kirk was shot while sitting there talking, and you look at the fact that those guys were there to speak publicly, whether they had a permit or not, and you see them shutting it down, it kind of it 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 calls into mind questions that you have. It's like, how much free speech do we allow? How much of it is actually free speech? And one of the things that I see, and by the way, the murder of Charlie Kirk was something that I cannot possibly imagine anybody who understands Western civilization would think is appropriate. Okay, so first of all, you must understand that an attack on a public speaker like that, a murder, is totally unacceptable for anybody who understands the history of our civilization. But in the instance of this particular individual, where he's driven away by a large mob, there's a question as to whether or not tolerant societies should be allowing intolerant people to be using the tolerance of said society and free speech to be able to erode the freedoms of other people. And there's, laws actually in Europe that prevent Nazis and people like that from speaking. And America has a very radical view of free speech. So it's sort of an interesting question.